Testing, testing, testing. Hey, Paula. Check this out. Oh, did it fix itself? Nope. I am stuck inside a block. I keep respawning inside a terrain block. I keep spawning inside that block. Let's change characters and see what happens.
I'm Iron Man. Let's get this show on the road.
There we go. So I have a bunch of updates regarding 1.3, and I just don't want to contain it all and wait. So those of you that watch regularly, you're going to get spoiled. This skydome is a replacement of the Alice in Wonderland. Here's my story. Disney Infinity 3.0 Gold Edition does not have access to Baloo, Time, Alice, Through the Looking Glass skydome, the Looking Glass terrain, and the other terrain. Was it Marlins? The Finding Dory terrain, and the two skydomes that come with the Dory disc set, the night and day one. So they are not available in the Gold Edition. And a while back, I decided to mod my own stuff. And in version 1.0, I had this idea to take the Tuggly Woods, and it was horrendous. I mean, you can see the video if you really wanted to go back. But it was a horrendous looking forest. And I wish it never even got out to the public. It was so bad. It was so bad, people that didn't like it wouldn't even tell me. They were afraid to hurt my feelings. So I got this idea because I found out something. And in doing so, I started messing with the skydomes again to get a cinematic look, mostly with the dark ones. So we have, this is now in replacement of Tuggly Woods. Wait a minute, that's Enchanted Briar. Yeah, exactly. I modded it, I duplicated it, and made it nighttime. So now there's two versions of it. Now, the water does not come with the skydome. The water is something extra, and this is great. I'm going to try to be more concise when 1.3 comes out. I'm just like spilling the beans at anything that I can ramble off right now. Maybe some of these things will change later on. All right, so look right here. All right, nothing's special about this. This as far as cinematics go, as far as color palettes go, the shading and stuff like that, this is a really good skydome. Of course, this is the Scottish Highlands. Have not touched it, but I did something to the 8-bit, the retro video game, which is called 8-bit in the files. Now, it doesn't change the music. You're gonna have to customize the music you're on your own with the boombox. Check this out. I just changed I didn't change the sky itself, so it's not really night. It's that period between either morning or night, whatever. I don't care, and I did that for a reason. And the reason is, you know those hazy skydomes that I have, and I still have them in there because they're really good. The water mod that I have, it turns it white, and you'll see that in a second. Number 3, I don't remember the order of these. This might be the one. Yeah, so this one right here. This is one of my favorite skydomes. It's because you don't have to put all the fog in if you do it right, and it looks like real to me. All right, so that's what it does to the water. It doesn't do that to the water blocks. So if I turn this to water, it doesn't do it to that, but it does it to the translucent water. All right, so let's go to number 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's push 4. What does 4 do? So this is New Holland Skydome, whatever. And all I did is I made it darker. Why are you Gamora? Because Gamora is a good test, because her skin color would kind of glows, and I had to get to the point where it doesn't glow. So she's my test model. So if Gamora works good in it, then the color palette's good for everything else, right? So I need, it's supposed to be nighttime, I think. I don't know. So I made this a little bit darker. See, what's number 5? So I made this one a little bit darker and got the shading really good. So I'm pleased with myself. You might not care, but I'm pleased with myself. It kind of looks more, to me, it looks more cinematic. And if you can't see, it's the skydome for Nightmare Before Christmas. Oops. Syndrome's Takeover Sky. It's just darker. Not just darker. The shadows are changed, which to me, it makes it better. Is this the one I push? Now, this one, let me know in the comments if you think we should keep this. This is pitch black. This really is pitch black. I was just thinking, what should I do with pitch black? Because pitch black is not pitch black. And this really works good for doing a search thing. And, I can't find something, and then something like King Candy jumps out of the wall. All right, so in the last two, this one hasn't been touched, but this is just to show you what the deal is with the evergreen sky. Yes, it turns the water green. And to me, you know what it reminds me of? A swamp. So now this one turns the lighting lighting down. But there's an issue. It's not, and I have not been able to fix it. All right, so the sky is still light. So how to fix it is a transition between another sky dome. So let's go back here. The sky is light. What it is I had to make a separate set of materials for nighttime. So they cross-contaminate. Now I've figured out how to get rid of the cross-contamination for character models, and I figured out how to get rid of the cross-contamination for single texture materials. The basic materials. When it comes to like the tree has at least 2 materials, and those 2 materials, of course, are comprised of 2 or 3 textures apiece. And I haven't figured out exactly how to do something that has multiple materials. I've only figured out how to do objects that have 1 material. That's what I'm trying to say. Characters have 1 material file, I think. Regardless of how many they have, I figured out how to do characters. So now we should be able to do this. Well, I'll show you in a second. I don't want to jump ahead. So if I push this again, you'll see, well, you already seen it. So I need a transition. They cross-contaminate the files because there's a code in the MTB file, the material file. There's a code, and I can't find it for multi-material objects. I've tried and I tried and I tried and I tried, and it just messes it up. So you just transition to any other one. You gotta wait like 4 seconds, otherwise you're glitch it out. And then what it does is it resets, and then you're able to get it. And guess what? One of my favorites. All right, so let me get something that's brightest of all, and let me get some of the actors now. Hair is one that I know definitely works. So this is the Hera mission giver, or the Hera Sahara actor combatant. And let me get one of the Ayla Sakuras. So if you didn't know, because you can see right there, Ayla Sakura is green in the model right there that I picked. These models right here are based in a different folder. They're not the same models as the ones that are walking around. So that still cross-contaminates. But when you actually get them in the toy box now, you can have them both skins in there. So they're not both blue or they're not both green. Now, I haven't gone through all of them because some of them, the code gets confusing. The easy ones are separated by blank spaces, and the hard ones, guess what, are not separated. So one of them I tried that I know works is Boba Fett, and I don't know what their beef is. Why in some toy boxes that they do stupid stuff like this, it doesn't make sense. He's actually trying to get somewhere. So if I delete stuff, he'll actually, he's just stupid. All right, so now let me get, let's see, non-character. All right, so now we have Jango and Boba in the same toy box. Get rid of those flowers. It's easier to see. Yeah, they're identical in their motions, but nevertheless, it's something super, super cool. Another one that I haven't tested yet, but let's see if it works. See if I found the right code. All right, so Asajj and Spider-Gwen. Let's see if I got the right code. Yes, I got the right code. So Spider-Gwen and Asajj can now be in the same toy box. I have to go through and find Luke's. Luke's is merged in with the rest of the code, so I gotta figure out which one's which. I think the same with, let's try Sergeant Calhoun. I can't remember, but let me try it. I just have to load up Gamora. I am Gamora. Duh. No, I haven't fixed hers yet, but that's what happens. So they cross-contaminate. The first one in gets dibs on the material or on the texture. But you can see right there, I solved it. I solved the mystery, Scooby. Now, other things that I've done was I've given lights to buildings. I can just show you that one. That's the subtle one, so you really, really have to look. I didn't want to make the windows super bright, especially ones with curtains in it. So if I turn this dark again, wrong one, you can see the windows. That's pretty darn cool, especially if you're doing, an adventure or something like that where you have to go outside and look for something in the dark. All right, so let's load up another toy box here. All right, so you can see the subtleness of the lights in the windows. I didn't want to make them too bright. And of course, we're using it's Fix-It Felix. Now you can see it's white. Why is it white? Well, because I have that water on here. So I'll show you about the water. And it's the only way I can get this to work. The water actually is what Moana's Corner Cove was in the last update, or the current update 1.2. So if you go to Toy Origins up 7, you had those icons and it's stretch. So you can see the icon there in the current version, of course, is Moana's Corner Cove. I'm like, you really can't use that for anything. Why do you want it? You want it for the water, right? So now there's a trick to getting the water, all right? Let me change the sky dome so you can see it so it's not white. If I take 8-bit, that's evening in Scotland. All right, so we take stretch. Now watch what happens. You see what happened? All right. So this is the only way to get it in. It's because the axis isn't set where you would think it would be set, like in the middle. And I don't know how to fix that. So it's offset like this. So you really got to figure out what you're doing. So if you just put it down, right, you got to undo it in order to move it. And then you can move it up so you can see it. But it's one of those things you don't want to do until last, because the only way to get it out of the toy box once you put it in is to reset gameplay. When I mean once you put it in, I mean once you put it in and get out of spark mode. Does that make sense? You can go all the way up and get a measurement of where you're at and see, all right, so this toy box isn't that big, so maybe we can just cover the whole thing. Or you can just move out, estimate it, put them back in, undo. Again, it takes some getting used to. So you can see right there. Now, if I wanted to raise it up, I'd have to reset gameplay and put another one in there. This actually I think was meant to be a set piece because it's listed under set pieces in the files. So let me turn, you probably already seen it when we got in here. I'll just go to dragons because it's right there. So the cathedral windows, the factory windows, all the windows. Now, not the ones on the church building itself, because this is a model that's comprised of multiple materials. And I don't know how to pinpoint those and add specific modifiers for this material only. Don't know how to do that. And I'm probably not going to try. So mix and matching it with the, what one is that? Is that 8-bit? Whatever one that style is. By the way, it's no longer green, it's gray. And I changed this. Some people will be happy that, oh, we now have bricks that are big. You know, you have the dungeon brick now. So the dungeon brick, I used an AI program online to actually enhance the material for that. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, the other one used to be green in the current version and is now gray. It's still inside out carpet grass, but it's a darker version, and it is meant to coincide with this and the it's Sleeping Beauty. That's Sleeping Briar Ridge, and that's the Dragon Domain. We have some more over here. The Atlantean. So now we have some lights coming through those windows. These do too. They're a little bit darker. You know, you can hardly tell that they're on unless it's really dark. But I didn't want to overpower things, you know. But is that it for now? Let's go to Transylvania. And I'm trying to think, what was the purpose? What was I going to show you? Oh, the fact that the water, how it's laid out in here. So underneath this, I actually have terrain blocks that are actually water. And then I have that layer going on top of it. Actually, I just love walking around this toy box. This toy box will be available when this mod releases. Oh, by the way, before someone says, your trees, I can walk through them. I know, these trees don't have physics, okay? These trees, they just look so awesome. They're background filler trees for Marvel Battlegrounds, I think in Wakanda, in New York City. Once I found these, I wasn't going to pass them up. Number one, they move. Number two, they look darn near realistic. So yeah, I can walk through them. Big whoop-de-doo. There is a way. There is a way to manipulate the OCT file to build the collision on there, and I don't know how it is. How do I know it's true? Because I've removed collision on accident from an object that I didn't want to remove it from. So, I mean, logic says that if you can remove it, then guess what? You can put it back on. That's my logic. So I have this set up where you actually can't go in the water. Well, you can if you die. You're immortal. After you just die, for some reason, it takes like 3 seconds for your character to reset. Because if you just jump right back in. But if I jump up, but the idea behind this is you get in your boat. And then you can go places. This is awesome. I could stay in this toy box forever. So I know there's some things I left out. I just can't think of them right now, but we have, 2 months away? No, a month and a half away. So I'll see you guys in the next episodes, whatever that is. Until then, keep on modding, keep on messing, keep on building. Oh, by the way, in a couple weeks, something big is going to hit. Disney Infinity related. Yes, I'm part of it. That's all I'm saying. It's huge. So huge. You'll be like, how did I not see this coming? Oh, it's so huge. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Done this in a while. was me being nice. This is nice.